I just found the first AI workflow that actually produces production-ready Figma files. Claude designs the UI, and then this MCP workflow turns it into a fully editable Figma system. Outer layouts, variables, clean structure, everything. But there is usually one big problem with AI design tools. They look great in the browser and then completely fall apart the moment you try to bring them into Figma. No proper structure, no variables, just chaos. But today I'm going to show you how I set up Claude Design with the html.to.design MCP workflow, so designs don't just get generated, they actually land in Figma ready to use. Instead of rebuilding AI-generated UI from scratch, you start with a real, perfectly set up Figma file. Hi, my name is Sergey and welcome to my channel. Here I talk about Figma, Framer, AI design tools, and vibe coding. So if you want to learn more, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and like the video if you like it. And now let's get started. Alright, so let's start by designing a UI for our project. And I have my Claude Design open already, so you can go to claude.ai/design to launch it. You need to launch it in your browser. And here I will use a prototype tab, and for my project name I will just call it design number 2, for example. I'm not going to be using any design system, and I'm going to be using the high fidelity design because I want to get the beautiful. So here, as you can see, we have the prompt window, the canvas, and here is the chat window with high design already set up and the interactive prototype as well. What I want to do now, I want to paste in the design.md file to the project folder. Basically, this file has the information about the styles that I want to use, different grids, different scales, colors, and all those things. So just a basic design system that I want to use for this project. So we're not going to get the generic Claude style interface. And now I want to paste in the prompt. And the prompt will be is to design a home screen dashboard for a neobank web app. It should include balances, fiat and crypto, transactions, currency converter, stocks, ETFs, and anything that you think is relevant. Use UX UI best practices, use design.md file for style reference. And let's run the prompt. Now we'll need to wait a few seconds or minutes for Claude Design to read our file to understand what's going on there. And then it should ask us several questions about our project. So basically it's going to be like a brief. All right, so we have our design almost ready. We can see that Claude Design updated all the tasks, so they're done. And this is what we're getting. So this is a dashboard. It looks pretty good. We can't click on anything yet. Yeah, because we need to update it, but it is finished. So looks fine. Oh, we have some filters here for the recent transactions, but for now, this is what we need. It looks good. All right, so we want to bring this design layout into Figma right now. And of course, we can use Figma MCP for this, but in my experience, I can see that Figma MCP doesn't work as well as it should in terms of that it works super slow and the results are not as good. For example, we're not getting variables set up properly, we're not getting outer layout set up properly, but I guess the main point for me is actually the variables part. For this case, I want to introduce you to html.to.design plugin. I'm sure you heard of it because it's super popular, but now they released a new feature, which is the MCP, and it allows you to connect your agents with the plugin and with Figma. Basically, we'll connect the Claude Design or my just Claude app with html.to.design connector, and then we'll transfer our designs into a Figma Figma seamlessly. All right, so you can use the link in the description below to get your html.to.design plugin, or you can just go to URL html.to.design, and it will actually log you to or redirect you to the Figma plugin in the Figma community, and you can just launch it in your project. Actually, all the links will be in the description below, so don't worry. Here, what we're interested in is the docs panel and the docs page. Here, we need to find the MCP. This is a documentation how to set it up for your agent that you like to use. In this tutorial, we'll be using Claude, but you can also set it up for codecs or cursors. So now all the information is here. Check it out. I will leave all the links in the description below, so don't worry about that. All right, so for Claude, we need to find the information, and what we need to do, we need to actually create a custom connector. So for that, we'll go to this tab, the Claude paid or Claude free, doesn't matter. You can even connect it using your terminal. I will be using a browser version right now because we're in Claude Design, so that's why it's easier for me to do it from the browser. But you can use the app, of course, again, so it is the same thing. So we need to copy the name for the connector over here. Press copy. Then I will go to my Claude. Just pay attention that I opened a claude.ai or my Claude app, not the Claude Design mode. So here on the left panel, I will see the Customize tab. So I'll need to click on it, and then I will find the connectors over here. So I'll click Connectors, and in the Connectors tab, I will need to click plus over here, right, like this, and add custom connector. And in custom connector, I paste in the name of this plugin, and then I need to go back to the documentation, and I'll need to copy the URL for the MCP. Now back to my Claude, and here I will paste it, and I will click add. Now it will be added, and now I'll need to connect it to my Figma account. So I click connect, and I need to authorize the usage of the html.to.design in my Figma account use with this custom connector in Claude. So everything is set up, so it is connected. Beautiful. Now the next step will be to open actually the plugin in my Figma file. So now I will go to Figma, and here I will need to launch actions and search for html.to.design by div riots over here. It will launch the plugin, and here we can see different options of how we can use the plugin. For example, we can use the web extension, or we can use the web clipper. For example, we can just paste in the URL and get the designs into our Figma file straight from the web, but I'll show you how to use it later. Or we can use Chrome extensions for the same thing. But for now, we need to look at the tab called MCP. And here in MCP tab, you need to see that it is connected to your Claude. And here it's ready. If it's not ready, just go to add and look for the information and how to connect it to your agent. So here mine is set up. So I have this signed in, so everything is connected. All right, so let's go back to our Claude Design. And in Claude Design, what I want to do now, I want to use the MCP of html.to.design MCP to get my designs from Claude Design into Figma. And this is what I want to do. I want to go back to my Figma design and go to share button and click the link to this file. So I'll copy the link to this file, and now I'll go back to my Claude Design, and my prompt will be bring this design to Figma file. I paste in the link to my Figma file using html.to.design connector, and that's it. And I press run the prompt, and let me show you the Figma file over here. It's going to be on the right, and this is going to be on the left, like this. And as you can see, it analyzes the connector. So it says that we have it connected. And then on the right, we can see that my plugin is live in Figma file. So it is connected right now to the Claude Design. And now I have several options what I want to do. So basically what I want to use during this transfer, I want to use auto layouts. I want to create styles and variables. I can even have hover effect, but I will undo this and I can use hyperlinks and HTML layers names. Let's use this as well because it's going to be easier for us later on if we want to transfer it to back to code, for example. So it will be more like seamless transfer. All right, so this is good. So we have it set up. So we click proceed and now it will import the designs from Claude Design into Figma. And as you can see, it is already started working. It is super fast comparing to Figma MCP, and voila, it's done. You see, import is completed. It was several seconds. We click OK, and now let's check it out. So I will close it, and as you can see, it's right here. So everything is set up. Let me look. Yep. Let's see the variables. All variables are here. So as we can see, we have all the variables. We have the colors, we have stroke height, we have items, spacing, fonts. You see everything is here. Everything is set up. Of course, we can change the name of the collection later on. And here, as you can see, all the layers are in auto layouts and grids. So everything is set up perfectly. And the most important thing for me, for example, I can see that it uses the variables, right? So where we have them, it uses the variables and styles. Oh, actually the styles are also set up here, as you can see. And all the styles are using variables as well. This is super cool. And here we have all the font styles. Let's check them out. And they also use variables. So this is super cool. This saved me, I don't know, several hours of work. So it's done. We have the grid for this layout. So everything looks good. And the layout is 1440 for the desktop. Of course, you can create another one for mobile version. All right, so for this part, I think it's really good. We got the designs transferred from the code to design perfectly. Again, you can use Claude Code or you can use Cursor. You can also set it up in your terminal. It doesn't really matter. Works every time, believe me. All right, so another example of using html.to.design a plugin is to copy a website from a URL by using the Chrome extension. This actually is super useful. We used it for our client recently. Client needed to transfer WordPress website to Framer, and instead of copying the design manually and to redesigning it in Framer or in Figma, we used html.to.design a Chrome extension to copy the designs from his WordPress website to Figma, and then we transferred them into Framer by using Framer plugin. Let me show you how it works. So I will show it to you on this Tesla website. So this is the website. This is homepage. What we need to do, we need to install the Chrome extension plugin. So you can just search for html.to.design. Also, you can go to the plugin inside of Figma and click on the Chrome extension over here, install your browser Chrome extension. So there are like multiple ways of doing this. Or also you can use the link in the description below to get your account on html.to.design. Let's go back to Tesla, and here I will just launch the plugin. Here I can pick the breakpoints that I wanted to copy to my Figma file. I will use the 3 breakpoints. This is super important. All right, so I'll click capture, and now it scrolls down and it creates the copy for the for all breakpoints. So this is super cool. And now what we need to do, we need to click send to Figma, or we just need to copy it. So I'll copy. There are other ways of doing this, but I guess this one is the easiest. And now I just go over here. I will just paste in the designs. As you can see, I got 3 breakpoints of the website, and they're perfect. The only thing is that we have some issues with the map, but it's an interactive map, so it's fine. So, let's look at the design, and as you can see, it uses auto layouts, and of course it didn't use variables because we didn't tell them to. And we could have used variables from our project because we already have them here. But since this is a different project, we didn't do that. The next thing is what you can do. You can use AI to create variables from these designs if you need them. And after this, you can, like play around with the design and update it the way you want. Or as we did, you can now transfer this design into a framework, for example, or any other platform. Another way of using the plugin is that you can actually run it in Figma, and then you can paste in the URL of your website inside the plugin in Figma. You can actually edit the breakpoints, and for example, you can use English, then click close, and you can actually import the website right inside Figma without going into Chrome. Let's check it out. Let's use apple.com and let's click import. I use auto layouts, and let's proceed. All right, here it is. Yep. Click OK. And now we have the fully copied Apple's website right inside Figma with 3 breakpoints. So this is super cool. It took us less than a minute to get it. And again, it's all in auto layouts and even uses variables in some of the points I see, because we have variables inside of our file. So yeah, we can see it used variables that we had in the file already. So this is super cool again, and you can update this design and present to a client, because every client wants to have a website like Apple. It doesn't matter what they do. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope now you understand how you can use html.to.design MCP workflow to get your designs from Claude Design perfectly into Figma. And thank you DivRiots with their html.to.design Figma plugin for sponsoring this video. If you want to learn more about Figma, vibe coding, and AI design tools, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like the video if you like it. And please leave the comments below what you're interested in and how you use Figma and Claude Design. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.